I'm going to show you how I created these 2 custom widgets for free in under 5 minutes and how you can do the same for just about any widget that you can imagine. Now, the softwares we're going to be using are ChatGPT, of course, Scriptable, which is a free app on the iOS. I'm pretty sure you could probably get it in Android too, as well as the free version of Google Cloud Services. Now, we are going to be doing some coding, but if you think, wait, I don't know how to code, don't worry, you don't have to, because I don't know how to code either, and ChatGPT is going to be the one that does it all for us, which is awesome. Let's get into it. So this first widget, the My Year in Days, I actually got the original script from another YouTuber, and he was just giving it out for free. And this one basically is a script that you can set 2 dates. You can set a start date and an end date, and then it will tell you how many days have gone by showing the dots that are filled in, and then how many days are left, which is pretty cool. I'll link the code for that one down in the description, as well as hopefully this guy's channel if I can remember it. Now let's go over this super simple YouTube subscriber widget that I made. I basically had the idea to make this one because I was compulsively checking YouTube Studio every 5 minutes, so I can satisfy my need for that constant dopamine hit of seeing when I had a new subscriber. Speaking of which, if you want to help me get to 1,000 subscribers a little bit faster and you like this kind of content, then please consider subscribing. It'll be great for my mental health. I mean, me. It would be great for me. Yeah, right. Now, the first thing you're gonna need for this is an API key. So Google actually on their cloud services offers a range of different API services that integrate with the services that they have. And you can generate a project and get an API key for that one for free. An API key is basically just like a unique identifier for you so that you can pull up-to-date information from the internet and it knows who you are and that you're not some sketchy bot. No offense. So on the Google Cloud, basically you go over to your services here, and if you go down to API services, these are all the different API services that you can add. And what you're gonna want is the YouTube Data API version 3. You're gonna create a new project and you're gonna select this one, YouTube Data API version 3, from the menu. You're gonna go over to credentials, and you're gonna do create credentials and an API key. And that's gonna generate a new API key that you can use for this. Of course, I already have mine generated, so we're gonna move on to the next step. The next thing you're gonna need is your channel ID number, and that can be found in your YouTube Studio. If you just go down to settings, your channel, advanced settings, manage YouTube account, and then view advanced settings. And from here, you can see your channel ID is right here. Okay, hardest part done. Now once we have those 2 things, you're gonna want to go to ChatGPT, and I just basically told it to write me a script that would show the amount of subscribers I have on my channel as a widget on my phone, and it generated the step-by-step for the whole process of what I need to do. So the first 2 steps we already did, it's the API key and the channel ID. Next, you need to install Scriptable on your iPhone if you have not done that. And then it generated the script that would basically do this. Super simple. And so all you have to do now is take your API key and your channel ID and plug it into the areas where it asks for it right here, and you're basically good to go. Now, of course, for this, I did have to troubleshoot a little bit. The first time ChatGPT wrote it up, it had a code error, but then all you do at that point is you just say, hey, ChatGPT, looks like you messed up on this. This is the error I'm getting. And it'll say, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. Of course you're right. You're the smartest person ever. I'm not smart. I'm not an AI that's going to take over the world.
All those reassuring things that help lull us into a false insecurity.
But I digress. And so it fixed the code for me. And then I also had a few other modifications. I had it basically center it. And I also told it to check every 5 minutes. And so that was another thing that I did so that it would update on the widget every 5 minutes. And you can of course change that and modify that however you want. Any of these things can be modified, and you can describe different things and it will literally code any of those different things for you. So once you have all of that and you have your code copied, you basically go onto your iPhone and you're gonna go to Scriptable. And then in Scriptable, you are going to click the add, and this is basically a new script. And you are just going to copy this whole script that ChatGPT put out for you and paste it into Scriptable. And of course, you're gonna have to add your own API key and your own channel ID here. But then once you've done that, you're just gonna hit done. And then you can title this whatever you want. You can make it YouTube subs or whatever, kind of like I did there. I'm just gonna leave it untitled because I already have that. And then when you go back to your home screen, we're just going to go up to the edit. You can do add widget. And you're just gonna scroll down until you find the app, Scriptable. And so you're gonna do that. You can of course pick a block one or a bigger one. I'm just gonna do another one of these small ones right here. We're gonna add that. And that just says configure the widget. So we're gonna click on that. And this is basically where you just choose the script that you want it to run. And there you go, a way for you to literally stop compulsively checking your sub account or whatever else you could possibly dream up for a widget. Thanks for watching. Help me out with some YouTube engagement with, comments, likes, and all that kind of stuff. And as always, we'll see you next time, fam.